Good morning, traders. Welcome to the live trading room. I hope you are all doing well and you've had a great day. So I was away yesterday. It will happen that sometimes I'm away. I'm just human. I do have emergencies. I do have things to attend to. But like I said last time, I'm no longer alone. We have got traders that part of the team as well. So we will always have somebody to do the webinar so that we do not inconvenience you guys. So you always have guidance at all times. There's a message from Dr. Ben. I just want to read it out. Let's have a look there. So thank you, Victor. You have filled my head with knowledge, yet you have also filled my heart with the love of learning. I'm glad to hear that. The fact that there are teachers like you who are willing to put up with students like me is truly remarkable. It's no problem at all. They say teachers teach to make a difference. My teacher, I have learned much more than the elite way from you. I really appreciate it. Truly profound. Really, really appreciate Dr. Ben. Okay. Good morning, Chima. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Mike. Gerald, welcome. Maybe you can leave such a comment on Victor's YouTube video at Dr. Ben. Yes, I would really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Good morning, Tope. Good morning, Chima. Let's get started. It's a Friday. That's why I'm in a good mood because we're going into the weekend. And we are going into the Easter holidays next week. That means in South Africa, we're going to be on holiday on a Friday next week. That will be the 2nd of April, as well as the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, as well as the 5th. So the 2nd and the 5th will be public holidays in South Africa. Let me just check here. I will confirm who will host the webinar on the holiday, but we'll confirm how that's going to work. So just make a note and check out your Slack channels, but we will also communicate via email as well. We've got all your emails, so we can always send a newsletter or notification for that. Right, so that is the holiday on the 2nd of April, which is a day after my birthday. My birthday is on April Fools on the 1st of April. So coming closer. It is actually my 40th birthday. I'm not big on birthdays, but 40 really feels special. It's midlife. It's midlife. Great, let's start. Thank you, Jack. Let's start, guys. So I'm looking at the BTC US dollar chart that we've discussed extensively, and we have been saying that if it crosses the 1 here, then that invalidates the count to the upside. But let's have a look. How does that change the structure? We have got that as a 1, 2, 3, and you've seen the post from Sandile where we are looking at this as a blue box area. Let's have a look here. So this is what we looked at. A move here, down here, and back here to complete this structure. Let's get the right fib tool here. Let's have a look at this one. 1, 2, and 3. So we're right in the blue box. As you can see, this was projected before it happened. It is now in the blue box. Is this going to go all the way from here? Looks like it. It is looking very good for more upside. It's just a discount. We're going to update this count just now. Okay, so let's take this off. That green line was our invalidation area. Let's change the color there. Put that as an invalidation area. Before that, I want to look at the Fibonacci retracement from that level. So if you look at the Fibonacci retracement, I want to see where the 50% is. So the 50, I'll mark it with annotation. It is here. And the 61% as well. Let's take this off. Why is this appearing? That's the 50% there and the 61.8. So they're added confluence. As you can see, that's where the blue box is as well. So that's why we're seeing the retracement of this. Now, this is what we think is going to happen here. If that has invalidated that structure, that means Let me take off. You've seen the fibs. Let me mark the blue box with the annotation as well. This is where we are. Already marked. Already marked. Let's have a look here now. So we are going to do this. That wave 5 is not complete. The wave 5 is not complete. The wave 3 is not complete. This will be a 1. Wherever 4 is going to be, looks like we are starting a 1, 2 in this degree for that wave 5. Remember that wave 5 is in there, is in this degree. So this is how we adjust the chart. So I did a video this week where I was expecting this one to go from here, looking at this as a running flat. This has now actually made a very nice structure from current levels. We're going to see this one push slightly higher for that wave 3. How far will wave 3 go? We'll expect it to push maybe about to 1,618, but this is the forecast here. We have now broken a 3-wave structure. We're expecting this one to give us any pullback and continuation to the upside for that wave 3. That's what we're going to be looking at here. 1, 2. The wave 3, remember this is only to complete. So this is just telling us that there's still more upside to see here. Putting in a modest wave 3 here. If it's that deep, it could be much deeper. Okay, I'll show you another alternative just now. So we'll be looking for this. Show you another alternative. Let's go full screen. So 5, intermediate, 5, blue. There are no fibs projected for this. This is not up to scale. We'll put in the fibs as the structure progresses. Now, here's another option. Another option is that this is actually a 1, this is actually a 2, this is actually a 3, and this is a running flat. So from this running flat, we could be starting the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, in this degree. So this could only be starting here. But what do we want to see here? We want to get a setup from here. So we've already taken the trade here from the blue box. If you haven't, that's understandable. Some of us are conservative traders. You look for an entry here, either on the 4 or the 1 hour for more upside. That is Bitcoin, and that is how we're going to look at it to the upside. But for now, we are not looking at this as a running flat. We're looking at this as a wave 4, and then we're looking at this to be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Only to complete the wave 3. Remember, I've just detailed this on the video in the week. Right. Okay, Chima says WXY. I'm not sure where exactly you're referring to the WXY. Are you referring to this structure? I'm not sure where you're referring to. Okay, so if you're referring to this, it is possible that we can have this one as a WXY. Yes, if that's what you're looking at. That is Bitcoin, and we're looking for upside here. Let's have a look at the indicators. On the 4 hour, looks like we're about to push to the upside. We are still below 50 though. We're not safe yet. We want to see this one push to the upside. Let's get off the full screen here and take off the fibs here so we can clean up the chart a bit. I'll just take off the retracement. So we've come down here. We want to see a candle closing above here and then upside. Okay, so that is Bitcoin. You've seen this before it happened. That was projected. That chart was sent out on the trade setups 3 days ago before we got here. Right, so that is Bitcoin. Let's run through the rest of the cryptocurrencies. Ethereum. Now, Ethereum looks to have also reached the blue box as follows. Let's project it. Are we going to see reversals here? That is the expectation. Ethereum has pushed a little bit lower than the blue box. That's fine. We are here. Are we going to see Ethereum push up higher from there? We've made a reversal there. is that the reversal? We want to see confirmation for upside. We want to see the RSI above 50 on the 4-hour for us to start looking for upside. RSI is still not above 50 yet. There's still not quite enough divergence to see there. So Ethereum may still make one more down here before we push to the upside. This will guide us to see whether the structure that we have currently is actually the reversal, or have we reached the bottom here and then we start reversing. So we need to see this give us a continuation pattern here. And that continuation pattern should happen with RSI above 50. That is Ethereum. Litecoin. Litecoin still a bit tricky. We do expect this to be correlated and to go head for head. So looks like we've got here. We cannot have this as a running flat because this did not break the top here. So we've got this pulsing move to the downside. We've got these 3 waves pullback. If this is the case, we may still see the cryptos push a little bit lower. We want to see this one at least get to 1,618. Then that will be a valid zigzag structure. ABC. So the C must go to at least the 1,618 of the A move as follows. Not the 1,618, the 6,618. Remember, let me just project this, take this one off. Let's take this off, take this off, take this off. And take this off. So the C must at least be at 0.618 for us to look at this as a zigzag. Actually, not just at 0.618, it has to be below. It has to break at least below the A. B. If this is going to be a C, the C must at least be below the A here. If this is going to be a zigzag, then we're going to start looking for this to make a reversal. So this can even do that. Blue box. Let's just see where the blue box is from here. I've got 2 fibs from the wrong place here. It's the wrong blue box. I need to take this off. Take this off. Let's project it again. The correct one is this one here. Could come in here and then push up higher. This one is not complete. So let's see how this goes. Right, that is Ethereum. Ripple. Ripple is going sideways. We've looked at this structure on Ripple. We were looking for this to go down before any move to the upside. We were looking for this. We were looking for this. No, let me just check here. Just want to draw it clear correctly. These are a move down here and a move up. It's a very complex structure. Let's have a look at it. It's a move down and then a move up. We start a move down. We have this corrective structure here, which looks to have ended here. And we're looking for this to come down. No, not clear, guys. Just want to zoom into it. It's all spikes, that's why. So let's do this again till we get it right. 1, 2, 3. Much better. Right, so that's what we have there. We've got 1. We've got this correction here. And then we're looking for this to make a push to the upside. So then if that is the case, Ripple can possibly give us a structure like this. See, it makes sense now. Let's see what we get here. Are we going to get a push to the upside? We're looking for this move, this structure, but it's pretty complex right now. I'm not confident with this move, so I will not be trading anything here. I'm just focusing here what the possibilities are. We could get that. So we have to complete the whole structure. Let's get another color. This is how Ripple started. And move down in this whole corrective structure in white, and then this. Only then will we expect Ripple to do this. So maybe a bit more sideways, but it's a very complex structure. Craig says there's a spike on the chart that is not on others. Very likely. Maybe just check for me the exact date where you're referring to that one, and if it changes the structure that we're looking at. Okay, so it's a very messy structure on Ripple. Right, let's go on the Forex pairs. Start with the DXY. So the DXY now is a little bit tricky in that this is what we expected. That blue box was based on this. Let's get the annotation tool out here. This blue box was based on these three waves, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up there. So we are looking now at the new blue box where this is around these levels. Okay, so let's see here. Do we have divergence? Looks like we do have divergence. If we have divergence, that means we're going to have a reversal there. So that means the structure we'll be looking for is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are we going to come to the downside here? There is some divergence here, but not confirmed. What do I mean by not confirmed? Because this has not reversed yet. It is still upside, so it can still push up higher. If it pushes up higher, it makes a new high here. That means there's no divergence, and that means that move can still continue to the upside. Okay, thanks, Craig. 1922. I think we've got the same time, you and I. Right, so that is what we have on the DXY. As follows. Are we reaching the end of the move? Okay, we are still well above 50. We have already reset it here, so we may still be pushing up higher from current levels. We'll watch for a reversal from current levels if this divergence sustains. Just one back on Ripple. Craig says there's a spike that's not there. So it is only on TradingView, but not on other brokers. So 1922. Let's get Ripple and just check that quickly. This is 4 hour. So this is the spike. So let's all go check this and see if it's available on your brokers or if it's only here on TradingView. I'm sure you're referring to this spike. Okay, please check it. Let's get some feedback next meeting. But so far it doesn't change the structure anyway. Euro, just like the DXY, we have mentioned that this may retest the blue box. So it's a move up here in 5 waves. We're getting this correction here. We're looking for this to continue to the upside. The structure here on the daily is these 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and these 3 waves to the downside. Are we done? Are we ready for a move to the upside? Let's see what happens. We are now back at the blue box. Let's go down to the lower time frame. Let's go down to the 4 hour. We are now back inside the blue box. There is some divergence. Let's watch that. Let's watch that. Okay, we'll be looking for that to make a push to the upside. That is a euro. Let's get a bit more data. We have done a blog on pound US dollar. I hope you've all seen it. Is this 3 waves? Are we done here? And then we're ready for a move to the upside. Watch out for this. We need to see this above 50 because if this is the case, this looks like pretty much still a bearish move. But I just want to have a look here and check the equal legs on this. Is at this only at the 61, so there's likelihood that this is bouncing from the 61 and continues down back to the blue box before a move to the upside. So let's watch this. You don't buy this until there's confirmation, unless you're an aggressive trader. Then you'll be looking to have taken it already. Now you look to take it from the blue box. As it is now, there is no confirmation for upside. We want to see this. Give us this. US dollar chief. Sunday, we wanted it to do this and then upside. We dropped, but we did not go to the level that we expected at the blue box. So that means US dollar chief has made a structure like this. That's a zigzag as follows. Has pushed up in 1, 2, 3. Are we going to see 4 and a 5? Okay, we may see another push to the upside there from US dollar chief. US dollar CAD. Are we ready for another leg lower? Let's have a look. Right. We are resetting while the RSI is still above 50. Are we going to see a push to the upside? We want to see this drop here below 50 and then continue to the downside. Provided these breaks lower, and this doesn't matter. We want to see if this is going to break lower and we get this continuation pattern here for downside on US dollar CAD. You all know why we are bearish US dollar CAD. Just check out the weekly chart. Audi US dollar. We have not reached the equal legs. We have not reached the blue box. One, 2, 3. We can still push lower. We can still push lower down here and have a structure like this. A 5, 3, 5 structure before pushing to the upside. New Zealand reached the blue box. Let's wait for a reaction in the blue box. Just missing it by a few pips. We're gonna see this 3, it's actually 5, 3, 5, and then upside. That's what we're gonna be looking at here. US dollar ZAR. We also expected this to be a continuation pattern, and we're still looking for it to continue to the downside. Pound yen has already resumed a move to the upside after making this sharp pullback. We're going to see continuation to the upside. Any continuation to the upside, that's what we're going to be looking at to take it up. US dollar yen, our trade setup. You should all have seen this posted on the website just before we broke out of this structure. It's already gone about 70 pips, 60, 70. Yeah, it was 108.80, so it's about 62 pips now. That is US dollar yen. We're still expecting this one to the upside. You can just refer to the trade setup. We're looking for continuation to the upside. Also refer to the website as well for the sequence and why we're expecting this to be still continuing to the upside. Euro yen, we will only confirm if this is going to be an expanding flat. 1, 2, 3, and we start making a push to the upside if this starts pushing up above here. So what we want to see here is a continuation pattern for further upside. All right, that's what we have on Euro yen, Chief yen. Chief yen, we're expecting it to go down to the blue box. As follows, and then upside. Maybe a bit of a continuation to the downside here. This is a bit sideways for now. You cannot really buy or sell this. You want to get to this level. That is Chief yen. CAD yen looks to have completed the correction, has it? Not quite. Let's have a look here. And this is what we want. Remember, CAD yen, we want it as deep as possible. The deeper the correction, the better our entry is going to be, or the better the move to the upside. 1, 2, 3. Are we ready for a move to the upside? It looks like, let's have a look here. We have broken above 50 here on the indicator. We are above 50. Is this the 3 waves? Are we going to start seeing this push to the upside? Could be kept here, come back for 1 before continuation to the upside. That will be a decent corrective structure if it does that. We'll look for more upside. New Zealand yen, a messy structure. There's no longer a relationship between this and this. Looks like we've had what we'll call an AB-based pattern. AB-based pattern, and we're going to look for this one to start continuing to the upside. Let's see what we get there. We need to get more data. We are still below 50 on the 4-hour. We want to see this above 50 and with a corrective structure and continuation pattern for upside. Audi yen looks to have already started the move, but we want to see this confirmation for upside. We want to have this above 50. Then we'll start looking for this to be a continuation pattern. Looks likely right now, but they may want you to see what you want to see. And this actually becomes a corrective structure for one more down and then upside. That's possible. Let's look at gold. Gold has been going sideways. We initially looked for this to be the running flat in here and for this to push up higher, but it has since just gone up sideways, which we're thinking that it could even be doing a structure like this. 1, 2, 3. And if that is the case, we may get a deeper corrective structure on gold like that. So let's see what we get here. We're still expecting a bit of a continuation to the downside here. That's 3 waves on gold. 1, 2, 3. Push to the downside. Now, if we do that, can we get this as 3 waves up? And we get another 3 waves up as follows. Then we go down. That is gold, silver. Just looking for this to be a continuation pattern to the downside. Whatever we get, we're looking for this. If you look at the indicators, we're still well below 50 where we are already at the top. So we'll see silver continue to the downside as well. Daily. Remember what we're looking at on silver? We're looking for it to come and take this low. We're looking for this structure. Oil, let's have a look at oil. Is it going to reverse from current levels or is it going to give us a double correction? Let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour is showing some strong divergence. And we said that that strong divergence could come with a move like this, three-wave move, another down, and then upside. Because we want a deeper corrective structure on oil. Just the same way we want a deeper corrective structure on CAD-yen, because they are correlated. So we'll be looking for this corrective structure to play out. Otherwise, this is what we look at. Channel here, channel there. We've got three waves down here, three waves up here. We could get three waves down here before we get a move to the upside. Okay, we're still pulling back on Brent crude. Let's see if we're gonna reverse. Pound chief is back up again. This could be another continuation pattern. Actually is continuation pattern for more upside. We're gonna see more upside as I've indicated. So any move here, you can actually look to buy pound chief. It has just confirmed on the 4-hour that we are looking upside. One, two, three. Now we're looking for upside. Pound CAD. Let's look at the daily. Pound CAD is looking for downside, more downside. Okay, so that's what we have. 1, 2, 3, downside. Pound Audi. Looks like we're still pushing up higher. Let's switch off the and just look at the structure. We're looking at these to be making 3 waves here. 1, 2, 3. 3 waves back here, and these 3 waves that's currently playing out. Playing out this WXY corrective structure here before continuation to the downside. Let's look at the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, looks like we have reached the end of the move. Could it come back down for one? It's possible that we get a structure like this. 1, 2, 3. Before we get a move to the upside. It will actually make sense if we get that. This is the second leg here. The first leg was this one. And this was our X. One, 2, 3. So a WXY structure in this color. WX and a Y. Can we come back for one down before we push to the upside? Remains to be seen, not a trade setup. We'll be watching it. Just go back one on CAD-yen. So CAD-yen was our trade of the week. We're expecting this one to be a continuation to the downside. Makes a pullback here. Now has made a pullback around those levels. So we could get a deeper corrective structure as follows. And then downside. That's pound CAD again. Just revisiting that. Pound AUD, we've looked at pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand may also have reached the last leg with this, that, and that. So that's 3 waves up. Let's show those 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we may be reaching the end of the move here with this is a WXY structure. That is pound New Zealand. It's in correction. That's all the pound pairs. Let's go to the euros. Euro pound. Euro pound did not bounce where we wanted it to. We wanted it to come back to this level. Now we've only got this 1, 2, 3 here. We'll update the structure when we've got more data to see what's going to happen here. We could still be having this as 1, 2, 3, break down here, make a running flat or expanding flat before coming down. Euro Audi also started the reversal before reaching the high at this level. We may still get this one to come around these levels before we come down. Euro New Zealand, 3 waves have played out. Are we ready for a move to the downside? We've got the 3 waves, we've got the structure as follows. Are we ready for a move to the downside? Only until we have this one dropping below 50 on both the daily and the 4-hour, we get this continuation pattern to the downside. We can start looking for downside there on Euro New Zealand. That is the Euro New Zealand. Euro CAD has broken that corrective structure. It is still continuing to the downside. It's just slowing down now, but we're still looking for it to continue to the downside. Euro Chief, looking upside here. We have broken out of this structure. We've corrected here. We want to see Euro Chief retest that level. Audi is still pushing up higher, so continuation patterns can be bought to the upside. 1, 2, 3, look for that to push further up higher. Audi CAD, we're getting the pullback to the downside. I've shown this daily here that we're going to have deeper corrective structures on this. So as you've seen, we're getting that. We've only got an impulse here. At some point, we are going to get a deeper one. This will give us an opportunity to sell for the next leg. That is Audi CAD, Audi Chief, same. But Audi Chief seems to be pushing up higher. But it has to break above the structure. We'll wait for it to break above the structure, complete the structure properly. Then we'll start looking for that. That is Audi Chief, New Zealand CAD, pulling back as well from the daily. Has not given any indication for a reversal there. We've made this structure. 1, 2, and the 3. We are coming down. So any pullback is an opportunity to take it down. New Zealand Chief also seems to be complete. We don't expect this to really reverse. Can we get a correction here and then continue to the downside? Unless this is a 3-wave structure, which is also a possibility, and this is popping up above 50, so this could be a continuation pattern for more upside here. On New Zealand Chief. CAD Chief. Daily looks like we're done with the correction there, although we wanted it to be bigger. I'm still not convinced with this move. It's too slow. Got 3 waves down, 3 waves up, we could come down here. If we do come down for 1 on CAD Chief, I would like that corrective structure because then we'll take it for upside. Indices. Continuation pattern to the upside. On the S&P 500, you're looking for this. Easy. Look at the setup here. Look at this here, we're above 50. Look for upside. Dow, about to set up, about to push to the upside. Maybe the momentum is slow. We will push up higher, but it may just be slow. So we're about to push to the upside here on the Dow Industrial. Transportation, same. Let's have a look at transportation. We're going to see upside here. Let me go back to industrial one. Upside, upside. All right, those are the indices, straightforward. I'm just going through them high level. You know that that's the only thing we are looking at here, upside and more upside here. If we're looking at the NASDAQ, we could have pulled back in 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. We are coming up here and putting back in 3. We could come back and retest the top. Possibilities are we can retest the top, come back for 1, and then we push up higher. That is the NASDAQ UK 100. Pushing up higher so that we're not going to get a reversal from current levels. We are getting a setup for upside. We are at the bottom. We are above 50 here. Then that's going to be a setup for more upside. We'll update the structure if that happens. DAX, upside. Continuation pattern to the upside. You can see everything checks. We'll see DAX push up higher. And Nikkei. Nikkei, that 3 waves, that looks like a flat. Look for these continuation patterns here. You can look for this in the 1 hour degree and then more upside. That is the Nikkei. And lastly, the Nifty. Nifty is still showing us the move down, pull back, and we'll be looking for this to be a flat correction, and then we'll start seeing the Nifty push up higher. That's all for today, guys. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. No, I'll see you on Sunday first. 8 a.m. GMT. See you on Sunday. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.